What's up, you guys? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you very much. If you're new and you don't want to miss out on insights that I promise you could potentially make you a lot of money in the crypto sphere, not investment advice, just my opinion, hit the bell, subscribe, hit the like button. It helps us out too with the algorithm, and you'll be happy you did. How big brands are chasing down and aligning with Bittorrent and Tron in the crypto sphere, and these are crypto brands themselves. I'm going to share it with you right now as we go to my screen. To the brands and share the big news, I just want to look real quick at prices. So we got Tron here that's sitting at a nice old solid 6 cents. And I want to tell you something really cool about this that I think you're going to find very interesting. And no, it's not clickbait. And yes, I'm going to get in on the big brands aligning with Bittorrent and Tron. But here's what I find very interesting. If you notice, Tron's been holding tight around the 6 cent level with a lot of craziness going on in the markets with Ukraine and everything else. And my heart goes out to Ukraine because that is just the worst what's going on over there. But what I'm trying to get at in terms of Tron is, if you notice, the price is holding nice and tight. And I don't think that this is by accident. And I'm going to show you here what I mean by sharing my screen. Here, TRX circulating supply growth. And if you look all the way back to 2020, you could see the graph right here very plainly. I'm not going to get into boring graph details, but I just want to show you very quickly. And it's showing the supply, right? The burn rate. And if you notice, as we get closer here, we're just getting less and less. So the burn's kicking in. Net circulating supply growth reaches the maximum, and you could see it here, and the minimums. And then you notice that as we get into 2022, January approaching February, how we're really burning along very nicely. So what's my point here, and why am I showing you this, and what am I actually talking about? Well, I discovered something very interesting. You see, one of the big brands that Tron has been partnering up with Bittorrent, that I'm going to share with you in a minute, is very big in Turkey, very well known in the cryptocurrency sphere, huge brand. I'm going to talk about a handful of them today. But what the burn is doing is it's been keeping the price consistent. And if somebody wants to, well, perhaps a country that's hurting like Turkey wants to have a cryptocurrency be their currency, what do they want to know? Yes, they want it. I mean, there are stable coins. Yes, there's USDT. Yes, there's all these mechanisms and things, but they want it to be simple, and they don't want to be scared. They want to see a coin that's holding its value, that's been holding steady recently and continues to hold steady. What's Tron been doing? Exactly that. What's the company that's big in Turkey? I'm going to tell you in a minute, and they're doing a good job. And over there, because usually they say up until now, more men than women are invested in crypto. Well, Turkey is breaking that gap. There's a lot of women invested, and I think you're going to be as surprised as I was. And as you can see here, right here, more specifically, the Turkish lira has lost 50% of its value, and inflation runs wild in the country. So of course, they would want to be able to see a coin that's keeping its value. One of the key takeaways from Qcoins, and yes, Qcoin is one of the big brands that I'm talking about, and I'm going to be talking about a handful in total, like I said before, which I'm going to share with you very shortly, which I think is going to help to moon the prices and projects both of Bittorrent and Tron. And a lot of people are missing this one, and it's right there, the writing's on the wall. So one of the key takeaways from Qcoin's report is how women in Turkey get involved in crypto. More specifically, they are almost as well represented as men in the trading and investment segment. Female accounts represent 47% of investors and 63% of the crypto curious. So you might be saying to yourself, why am I pointing this out to you? Am I punch drunk? Well, there's something in branding called cross-branding and cross-marketing, and if you're not from that world, you're not going to understand it or know it, but it is simple to understand once it's brought up to you. Here's what it means in terms of money conversions for Bittorrent and Tron. If they can get their hands on a demographic, which is female, NFTs and females are usually in charge of, what are they in charge of? What do they have a better eye for, usually, than men? Decorative things. What about fashion? What about art? Bittorrent's going to be big in NFT. NFT is going to be big with fashion. What am I getting at? Well, the cross-branding that I mentioned a minute ago, if they team up with Qcoin, and Qcoin has a great database of ladies that are interested in crypto, and most ladies are not, as far as what the stats show, there's a lot more men than women, it gives them an in, it gives them one artery, one angle to be able to maximize their profits when they launch the NFT sector and be able to get their hands on a demographic that's very interesting and quite uniquely positioned. Here's more brands. Here we go. We're going deeper. Strategic, and it's because of the Tron Grand Hackathon, which marries Bittorrent and Tron. They're perpetually married as one. And the 2022 partners, which are Gate.io, huge big crypto brand, Huobi Incubator, Qcoin Ventures, Huobi Ventures, and Poloniex. When you put all this together, there's a lot of valuable databases that are converging. And when they converge with Bittorrent and Tron, and when this is being put together to build community, to basically herd talented engineers so that there can be spin-offs and so that the whole infrastructure can be bolstered, this is where greatness, this is where the roots of the tree start to dig into the soil and start to take over. This is what we've all been waiting for. Next one, we're going to talk about Gate.io and what an IEO actually is. It's not EIEIO like Old MacDonald, it's IEO. And we'll talk about Gate.io working, being another big brand, and what I mean by that abbreviation right now. Expanding at an incredible pace, investors across the world have been looking for hidden gems, hoping to find the next big IEO platforms like Gate.io's startup have become one of the most popular ways for investors to get in early on promising new projects. What about new projects that allow you to burn coins in a very unique way? BTT, BTTC, BTT old, ring any bells, and then have this earn you some very unique points and leverage yourself into the NFT industry, which allows you to then have a gateway to products and services that you normally could not have unless you were traversing through that particular torrent sharing platform. What if Gate.io is already known for having a very unique way for utility tokens to be provided to people so they can get in very, very early on projects? And what if NFTs, and if Bittorrent used the NFTs in a unique way as a utility token, in a way that they might decide to leverage the way that they've run their redenomination and the way that coin burning works? Could this perhaps be something interesting that happens with Gate.io down the line? I'll tell you more about what I mean in a second. Investors in the cryptosphere end up feeling, well, like gamblers. And they don't want to feel like gamblers. I mean, some do, but a lot want to consider themselves to be, not the leaderboard, but investors. You know, Jay Powell and the gang in the real world, the real cryptosphere, and they want to consider themselves investors. They don't want to feel like this. They prefer more to feel like this, but they kind of like the combination of this and this coming together. So what in heaven's name am I getting at again now? What happens to a lot of people is they get too hung up on the way that things work now currently in the cryptosphere. This goes for NFTs, this goes for investing, the price of the coins, how they get traded, how they get burned, and they miss the whole point that, again, as I've been saying the past few videos, crypto's still in diapers. A lot can change. You need to be able to evaluate things not for what they are on the surface and not for what you've already experienced. Let's go a little deeper. Too many people prefer to feel like they know something and label something definitively because they feel more secure. So the truth of the matter is you're both. You can't label it. You're not an investor. You're not a gambler. You're an investor and a gambler. There's an element of both. And there are new factors that are going to pop up in the cryptosphere where you'll be able to look at an NFT or a BTT, the platform itself, and say, well, it's a torrent site. Well, it's an NFT site. Well, it's a trading site. The industry itself, it's all about tokens. It's all about projects. It's all about utility. What's it all about? Where and how do I hedge? How I'm going to go in here? How? By having an open mind and being open to the possibilities that it's an ever-changing environment. Just like in the old days when different companies and different entities stood apart, they kept each other at arm's length. Then as time goes on, as technology evolves, products and services get minced together. Entities that were apart get minced together. So there's a lot of evolution going on here. This is going to help the price moon, and I want you to allow yourself, if you fall in this category, if you don't take it personally. I'm talking about one aspect, one vantage point, one insight, the insight a lot of people have, which is that they must feel they understand all points, all angles at all times, and that it's like this, and that there's no flexibility there. You can't. But the truth is, isn't that what cryptocurrency is all about? Breaking norms, flexibility, not having things be etched in stone, changing what was etched in stone. Let's do a bit more. Etched in stone, current price 0.000002 for BTT. BTT old, 0.0018. We got $43,774. Let's do a quick refresh. Probably not much of a difference anyway, but we'll do it. 72, $2,940.65, 76 cents XRP, Terra 9013. We got Polkadot 1857, 93 cents a Cardano, Avalanche 8318,
$101.17 for Solana.
Gate, Huobi, Qcoin, Poloniex, big branded cryptos, and a lot more to come, teaming up with Bittorrent, Tron, and the gang. Hope this finds you healthy, happy as usual, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.